Hello Transformers fans, Veelio here, and today we are looking at Studio Series 86 Swoop, the last of the Dinobots and the long-awaited final Dinobot from the Studio Series 86 line. We have finally got him in hand today. I pre-ordered him on Hasbro Pulse many months ago. He's finally arrived. We're going to look through him today at his transformation, his robot mode, and of course that amazing Dino mode as well. Let's get into it. And before we even get into the figure, as you can see, he is holding some humongous accessories. Just like all the other Dinobots in the Studio Series 86 line, Swoop comes with these extremely detailed swords with so much little line work in it and paneling. You can obviously put these swords with any of the different Dinobots. They match all of them in their robot modes. The other sword on him is not as detailed in terms of the actual structural line design. It does have some detailing on the hilt, however, and it is interestingly a lot bigger as well. That's because this sword would be much more accustomed to fitting on Studio Series 86 Grimlock. So if you do get Swoop, you end up getting a big sword for Grimlock as well. Other accessories that come with this figure are the little rockets on the side here. They are detachable. They can also be held in the hand should need be, but I like to put them here on the side. As you can see, it looks like a little thruster, a little bit of rocket boosting. They can go either way. It's actually your preference whether you want them that way or whether you want them that way. The instructions say that way. I like it that way, and that's just one thing that I think is a good little touch there. It does come out of the box unassembled like that. You have to put it together, but you could, if you really wanted to, have a little blaster like that as well. So now let's get into the meat and drink of the actual figure, and what a figure it is. I mean, straight away, the colours are popping. It has that exact same beautiful metallic grey look that all the other Dinobots have. You can see so much paneling and detailing here on every single bit of plastic. It is a true leader class toy, and they do not leave anything out. They've put detailing on every single part of him here. I mean, this head sculpt is absolutely beautiful. They have quite simply smashed every single Studio Series 86 Dinobot, and the whole way around you can see an absolutely beautiful head sculpt with even some extra detailing on the fin of the head there. I love the blue that takes up the majority of his body, and obviously you can see the dino head here already, but it is such a beautiful shiny gold. And once again, every last little inch of detail is so good. I mean, all over the chest, all over the arms. The legs have this beautiful gold that matches the beak on the upper thighs, and even the actual legs themselves have nice detailing all the way around, including these lovely bits of red here, which they themselves have their own bits of detailing. There's so much niceness. The back has very minimal gappage. It's a little bit gappy here, but it's not that big of a deal. There is some included detail on here as well, so it's not the worst thing. The tiny gap here is not the worst thing in the world at all, but it does once again have detail all around it, which really adds to it. And the wings themselves, on the packaging, on the instruction that tells you to tuck them in, but you can see they've got nice detailing the whole way around, and you can, if you want to, just unplug them and fully extend them, which reveals the detailing the whole way around on the side of the actual robot, and on the back, a beautiful Autobot symbol as well. I do prefer to have them in on the robot mode. We'll obviously see them extended a lot more in the Dino mode, but as an overall, actual design-wise, of course, design at the end of the day is just preference. But for me, this is a really nice-looking robot mode. All the proportions are right. All of the actual paint is applied beautifully. All of the plastic is detailed so nicely. There's so much to look at. There's so much to like about it. There's so much colour in the figure that I really think is a beautiful robot mode. It does quite a good job at disguising what parts of it are going to be transformed as well, I think. I mean, obviously, this is going to be the head of the dinosaur mode. We know that already. But things like here being the dinosaur feet, the first time I was looking at that, until I knew it, it just looked like a beautiful knee to me. It looked like a paneling knee, as opposed to actually, oh, wait a minute, you can clearly see that's going to be part of Swoop's foot. So I think they've done a really good job at mixing all of them bits in together. You can also add to that by the fact they do tuck in the wings. It's something that is not necessarily needed to do, but it does add to that streamlined look of the robot mode as well, which I really like. And it is a streamlined figure. I mean, it's a very big figure. It's a leader class, obviously, but even for a leader class, I knew this would be the smallest one of the dinosaurs. However, it is quite a decent size. Like, it's not small by any means. It is a big boy. The Dinobots as a group are large, but Swoop is traditionally smaller. However, Swoop here, in my hands, definitely holds up as a sizable figure. That being said, it is, like I say, very streamlined all the way through. It helps with the wings. The arms are nice and compact and sleek. The legs are nice and sleek. The chest is a bit bulky, but the beak in the middle is sleek, which adds to the look about it. And the actual silhouette of the figure, other than the bits in the wings here, which obviously have been made smaller anyway, and you can, if you really want to, always tuck them in to look at it from the front. It's a very, very, very streamlined figure. It's nice to hold. It's got a good amount of weight to it, and you can feel that, yeah, it's sizable, it's decent, but also it feels flexible and movable, which I really, really like about it. And speaking of its movement, this is a extremely articulated figure, as you would expect a leader class to be, but I'm very impressed with it. It gives you everything you would ever want it to give. As you saw earlier, the head can go the whole entire way around. The arms can go all the way around, however, they're blocked by the wing. If you do move the wing inwards, though, you can get that full rotation. They can also go out that far as well. There is a swivel at the bicep and obviously a bend at the elbow. The wrist doesn't move at all, but it can bend inwards. That is obviously part of the transformation, but you can use it should you want to use it. There's a really nice waist swivel here. It does go the whole way around. It's a little bit tight the first couple of times you do it, but it eases up quite nicely. And one part of the upper body that I really, really like, other than, like I say, the wings that can move, is also the torso can move. And this is, once again, part of the transformation. However, you can open up each torso that much. It obviously does not look good from the front right now, but from side angles, it really does add to that extra bit of width you can get on the robot mode. You can turn him a little bit, tuck it in. It makes quite a big difference, I think. It's a good extra option to have. You don't have to use it, obviously, but it's a good extra option to have. The legs themselves have, once again, a wide range of posability. It can go all the way out both ways, literally the whole entire way, as you can see there. And also it can come forward and backwards that much and that much as well. It's very, very decent. The thigh can swivel as you would expect. And as I showed you earlier, there is a bend at the knee, which can go basically the whole entire way back. It's a very, very good bend. And the ankle pivot is very, very decent too. Basically a 90-degree ankle pivot, so it's a really, really well made figure. It's got loads of posability options. You can get it into such a wide variety of poses, and when you add in all the accessories as well and the option to have the wings how you want to have the wings, overall it's a really, really nice robot mode. And just to give context to the size of the figure, here he is next to the channel's mascot, Sea Spray. And you can see Sea Spray doesn't even reach the top of Swoop's waist. Swoop is a really big boy. I said it before, but I'll say it again. He's a leader class, so he should be big. But compared to the other Dinobots, he traditionally is not that big. So I was expecting a genuinely much more compact figure, so I'm really impressed with the size and weight and how good the actual figure feels in hand. It's a big chunky boy. Now, with that being said, you can see that Swoop has a beautiful robot mode, but just like all the Dinobots, the robot mode is not what we are here for at the end of the day. I could go on forever about how nice this robot mode is, and it really is nice. In fact, it's one of the only robot modes that I arguably prefer traditionally to the Dino mode out of all the Dinobots traditionally. I just think it's a really nice one. However, in this toy, I'll give you a little preview. I think that the dinosaur mode is absolutely brilliant. So, without further ado, let's get this Dinobot transformed and check him out. And just like that, we have got Swoop in his Dinobot mode. And this is honestly beautiful. The wings are massive. I mean, look how wide those wings are. They are so wide. They're brilliant. And this little touch here, where you move it from what would be a standard smaller wing into a much larger, much clearly dinosaur pterodactyl vibe wings, it makes such a difference. It's such a nice figure once again. That detailing I was talking about earlier translates so well into the dino mode. The head is unbelievable. It feels so strong, so solid, very clever as well, using the fin of the robot head to make part of the dinosaur head. And of course it can open up massively to show a big old screen there, with a little port there where you can add any kind of blast parts you might want to have as well. This makes it really good for dynamic poses. It looks really nice. The legs obviously are just folded up, but I don't think it looks too bad. The detailing works once again really nicely, and the feet I was talking about earlier look very nice coming out the back as well. From the other side, it all plugs together quite well. It is quite clearly just the robot mode pushed together, but there's no gaps, there's no paneling. It's all nice and compact together, and it feels really solid and, dare I say it, swoopable. You can plug in all the accessories to this figure like before. These parts go on the arms once again and can go whichever way you'd like. The instructions say that way, acting as if they're missiles coming off, and I quite like the way that that looks, so I'm going to plug that in there. And that just completes the look a little bit more, adds some more nice gold to it around the head as well. And you can also plug in the swords up here. It isn't the most practical solution, but it is weapon storage, which I appreciate and quite like, not too badly. Interestingly, he does have a, if you will, standing mode as well, which is a mode we've seen him in the Transformers 1986 movie and the show as well, original G1 show. You just fold the feet upwards here, move the head down like so, and he will stand up like that. So you can, if you want to, get him in a standing position if that is what you fancy. I personally prefer him to be flying, but that being said, it's good that they included this mode, because there will be people out there who do like having him standing, so I don't mind that at all. And in that case, you can once again have the missiles there, or if you want to, you can plug them in sideways here or here. Another good feature that he has, as all flying characters, and to be fair, all most characters now tend to have, is a nice little port here which you can plug into any kind of stand you might have. Obviously, as per Hasbro tradition, no stand is included, but I have one of my own, so I'm going to put him on there right now. And there we go, we can look at him now flying through the air. Looks like the wind is blowing in his face as he flies. I think that looks really cool, seeing him flying. I think he'll look great next to the other Dinobots as well in my collection. Let's have a look at how that does look, shall we? Here he is alongside his fellow Dinobots, and as you can see, I'm just missing one out of my collection. But even with that being said, this is great. I mean, look at them all together. It's amazing. It's such a shame that we're actually not going to be able to get any more Studio Series 86 Dinobots. It's been like a, what, a 2-3 year journey of them coming out slowly, and everyone was waiting and waiting for a Swoop. And we finally got Swoop, and it's just brilliant. It just completes it so well. They look so good together. I can't wait to get the last one, which is Slug. And also, as you can see here, I've got the comic book version of Grimlock, so I do need to get myself an 86 Grimlock at some point, but they are so hard to find. But even with that in mind, these still look amazing together, and they'll go so nicely in my collection altogether. They've done a great job with every single Dinobot, and the last one, maybe you could even argue the most anticipated one, Swoop, was absolutely not a disappointment. So, all in all, it's fair to say that I will be displaying Swoop in this beautiful Dino mode at the end of the day. I mean, those Autobot symbols on the wings are some of my favourite things. They look so good. And obviously the one on the nose as well, or should I say the beak, looks amazing. This is brilliant. The Dinobots might be the best thing they've done in the whole Studio Series 86 line. They are just brilliant toy after brilliant toy, and I personally think that this is no exception at all. I love this figure, but it's not up to me to do the final rating. It's up to C-Spray, so let's see what C-Spray thinks. So, C-Spray, what is it going to be? You're a bit more closer to size than Swoop now that you're not in your, now that he's in his Dino mode. So what do you think? Do you think it's a good figure or not? Would you believe it? Spray gives the first 5 out of 5 on the channel. I'm sure we'll see plenty more to come, as Hasbro seem to keep on cooking with their figures at the moment. But Swoop, congratulations, you've received the first 5 out of 5 on the channel. I think it's very deserved. What a great figure. I don't have anything that I can say would be better in a Swoop figure in this day and age. I mean, this really is the perfect figure in my opinion. It's big, it's weighty, it feels good, it looks good. There's nothing more I could want. So that concludes my Studio Series 86 Leader Class Swoop review. What did you think of this? I mean, how good does he look next to Grimlock right there? But if you have this figure or if you've seen this figure, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if there's any other figures you want to see me review, let me know in the comments below as well, and I'll get round to them at some point. But thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you could please like and subscribe, that would be amazing. We are so close to 300 subscribers. That would be brilliant if we could get that. But to anyone who's watched this, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I have certainly enjoyed mucking around with Swoop. My Dinobot collection is nearly complete now, and this has been a brilliant, brilliant addition to it. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. I will see you all for some more Transformers content very, very soon. Or if you check out my live tab, you'll see me playing all kind of games on there. At the moment, we are playing the Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron games. So maybe I'll see you there. Maybe I'll see you in another toy review. Either way, it's all things Transformers. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye.